Hey, flag football fans, Coach Joe here, and I am back with another episode of Running Domination. This is the series where I take my flag football plays, I break them down, and help you build a powerful and dynamic running attack. Today's episode, it's all about the end around. But before I get to that, I have the most important piece of advice for you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Click the little bell when it pops up, and you will not miss anything. Now let's get ready to win. All right, so today we are talking about the end around. And what is the end around? So if you have not watched episode 2 and 3, I will leave a link to those in the description below. The end around is very similar to the jet sweep from episode 2 and the fly sweep from episode 3. The main difference between the end around and other running plays is that there is no running back. Okay, that's what makes it an end around. It is typically over here in a trips formation or a bunch or a stack, somewhere where you have all your receivers out wide at the line of scrimmage in an offensive formation. And the purpose of this is that you are showing the defense that you are in a passing formation, not a running formation. So this sort of becomes, at that point, a trick play in a sense, because the defense expecting a passing route or deep passing routes from the trips formation, you're now having this guy break off from his formation on the hike, he comes around, takes that handoff, and continues up, hopefully to the sideline and to the end zone. The other receivers can run any routes that you want them to. Typically, I have at least one run a fly route and the other one come back. And then I have the center do various things depending on what my ultimate goal is here. If I'm making this handoff, then the center's job will be to attack the defense and distract them. So that looks like this. So it works best when you are facing an aggressive defense or a man-to-man situation. So in your typical, if they were playing zone and they were being aggressive, they would shift over away from this side over here. They would shift towards the overloaded side to avoid getting any of their zones overloaded. So when the ball snapped, this receiver here starts to run away, and this guy has to come down and try to chase them. And he doesn't have a great angle if he doesn't know where he's going, okay? This guy would typically step up and try to make a play. That is why you send your center out here either on an in, so he goes towards him and then back in, so an out and in type route, or he can just run a little soft out pattern behind him to try to get them to drop back into pass coverage. It helps if once the quarterback has the ball and this guy's running to get the handoff, the quarterback should be pumping the ball downfield, okay? So you want the defense to respect that they have a couple receivers who are running deep routes. So this will keep these guys from seeing the movement in the backfield and just, crashing in on it, okay? So I'll just reiterate what has to happen. The receiver starts moving when the ball is snapped. The center is going to kind of run a pattern to distract this guy. The quarterback is going to pump. Hopefully he has time for at least one pump, two if he can. Pump here, pump over there to sort of try to freeze these defenders from charging in. Then at the last minute, gets the handoff and comes up the other side. So that would be the perfect execution of this play. And again, no backfield, showing pass the whole way, and then suddenly you have managed to hand the ball off and you're running down the opposite side with the ball away from where the defense is stacked. So my final thoughts here. There's a couple things you can do to mix this play up. One is you could totally have this be a passing play, right? So the receiver runs in the backfield. these guys are running up thinking it's a handoff. You fake that handoff, and then you hopefully have your guy on his fly pattern open, or your center streaking down the middle of the field open, and you throw the long ball. The other thing you can do is, if this guy's super aggressive and he comes up on the handoff, what you can do is you can have the receiver hand off and then stop, and now your center sneaks out behind this guy if he doesn't stay out in pass coverage, and you just throw a little easy lob over his head. There's no one else out here. Your defense has shifted over here. You have one safety in the middle of the field who has to come up and make this play. So it gives you a very good one-on-one situation against a safety. So there are a couple different options that you can do. Once you've run, if you're successful with the handoff and you see the defense adjusting and cheating up, then you go with the fake end around and you go into a passing formation, or you go into that halfback option sort of a maneuver where the end gets the handoff but then throws it either back to the center who's flaring out here, or the quarterback immediately streaks down the field after the handoff. He can actually pitch it back to the quarterback. So there are a couple options, and that's the end around. Again, I'm going to reiterate that what makes the end around and different from the jet sweep and the fly sweep is that there is no running back. There's nothing in the backfield. You are showing a setup of that you're going to be passing the ball. So this means that it'll work in like a 3rd and long situation where the defense is backed up a little, expecting you to try to air it out to make up ground, and you kind of catch them in a bad setup and get that handoff, and a guy running freely down the field with the ball with plenty of room to run, and only 1 or 2 defenders that have a great shot at it. And remember, your other defenders are way over here. At least 2 guys are over here defending against these 2 receivers, okay? And then you have another guy in the middle of the field. The most you're going to have over here is 1 and a safety coming down to make that play. Very difficult for anyone who lines up over here to follow this play all the way across, unless they've seen it multiple times and they are used to it, in which case, as we talked about, you switch it up and do something different. So that's it for the end around. If you find this useful, hit that thumbs up button for me. Again, do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon. That will help you get alerted to all the videos I'm putting out and help you build a winning football team. Thanks for watching.